In this video, you'll learn the difference between 1040 and 1040NR tax returns, in which form would best fit you as a U.S. tax filer. This is Hannah Tuston, Tax Associate of AAM Residency Incorporated. Well, in the last video, when I discussed the overview of U.S. taxation, today I will be glad to discuss the difference between the two major personal tax returns which are used by U.S. tax filings, the Form 1040 and 1040NR. So what are the differences between the two, and who should file them? I know the following discussion will get more and more baffling, but don't worry, I got your back as we go through the next steps in your filing your tax return using 1040.com. If hiring an accountant in filing your taxes is a big no for you, well, I could suggest you use 1040.com. 1040.com is an online platform where you can file your taxes conveniently with a pretty cheaper cost and time-saving approach. Now, let's get back to 1040 tax return. Form 1040 is generally filed by a citizen or a resident of the United States who is required to file a tax return. Way back in the tax years 2017 and prior, there were three variations of Form 1040: the 1040 Easy, 1040A, and 1040. 1040 Easy is the simplest form to use. The taxpayers must use the taxable to figure the tax due and cannot use Form 1040 Easy to report any other tax. Form 1040A. Those who do not qualify to use Form 1040 Easy may be able to use Form 1040A. These cover several additional items not addressed by the Easy. All other taxpayers who can file the two prior forms shall file 1040. The Tax Cuts and Jobs Act of 2017 eliminated Form 1040A and 1040 Easy. In the year 2018, the Bipartisan Budget Act required the IRS to create a tax form for seniors, which was called 1040SR. When a taxpayer files 1040, he is then required to declare worldwide income and assets. Non-citizens or resident aliens may file 1040 if they meet either the green card test or substantial person test for the calendar year. Certainly, you pass the green card test when you get the green card issued by the USCIS. But you have to keep in mind that under US immigration law, a lawful permanent resident who is required to file a tax return as a resident and fails to do so may be regarded as a having abandoned status and may lose permanent resident status. The substantial present test is a calculation that determines the residence or non-resident status of a foreign national for tax purposes in the United States. To meet this test, say for the tax year 2021, you must be physically present in the U.S. on at least 31 days during 2021 and 183 days during the 3-year period that includes 2021, 2020, and 2019 counting. First, all days present in the current year. Second, 1/3 of the days present in the first year before the current year. And the third, 1/6 present in the second year before the current year. For dual status aliens, they can choose to be treated as a U.S. resident for the entire year if all the following apply. First, they were a non-resident alien at the beginning of the year. Second, the year resident aliens or U.S. citizens at the end of the year. Third, they are married to a U.S. citizen or resident alien at the end of the year. And fourth, their spouse joins them in making the choice. Not filing as a U.S. citizen or resident, then 1040NR must be tax returned for you. What is Form 1040NR and who must file it? In general, A non-resident alien who received U.S. source income must file a return. If additional taxes are due or if including conducting a business in the United States. However, as I mentioned earlier, a resident alien who is married to a U.S. citizen or resident at the end of the year can choose tax treatment as a U.S. resident. A taxpayer that is non-resident alien at any time during the tax year cannot file as head of household. The only filing status available for non-residents from most countries except Canada, Mexico, and South Korea is single. The rate schedule for single filers is more favorable than for married filing separately. Married non-resident aliens filing separately. A married non-resident alien who is not married to a U.S. citizen or resident generally must use the tax rate schedule for married filing separate returns when determining the tax on income effectively connected with a U.S. trade of business. Moreover, you may check out the table presenting filing requirements for the tax year 2021 as your guide in filing your tax return. Now, if you're looking for a trusted CPA firm to do your tax or even business tax filings, you can reach us here. For an affordable option of do-it-yourself filing, please click the link below to sign up. Our next video will be about using the 1040.com website. Make sure to subscribe and tune in. Thank you and have a nice day.